Good evening. I'm here. And I got a few things I want to give to you today. Kind of tack on to a video I just recently loaded up. It has a lot to do with consciousness, and I'm more speaking about the thoughts, and the source giving you the will to create your own life, your own desires, your own reality, your own wants, and basically once you decide what it is that you want, then you can become a creator of what it is that you want, okay? Because if you don't know what you want, then how can you create that you don't know what it is that you want, okay? And then when you do decide what you want, you must decide on why do you want it, okay? And if you just want it for selfish reasons, selfish ways of just desiring things just for you, and you only, remember, you, which is what I want to talk about, is the chakras, because how many of you have been listening to my videos that I've loaded on that's explaining to you about the chakras, huh? Because if you haven't, I'm going to suggest that you go on there and you listen to those videos talking about the chakras, because you really need to know a great deal about them before you do any creation, or before you can come awake from the reality that you have been programmed in, okay? Remember I said you're programmed. And so in order for you to wake up from that program, which appears to be a real life, and you appear to be real to yourself, except you're not. You're in a program, and you're in a computer been hijacked by hijackers, and they reprogrammed your life inside of your computer that you was placed in from the time that source and source conscious, which is what you are, spoke you into existence and given you the ability to evolve on your own with the energy of source that it is, but allowing you to have the will to create what you want to be in the conscious of source, or as who you are. Is a choice that you make in this life, substance that we are, physical body and mental mind that is used in in many ways as affectionist, what do you call them? They're not all called emotions, but emotions, okay? So you're learning a whole new experience as source, conscious, energy, as who you are, versus other experiences that you are experiencing and that you have experienced in time past timelines. Okay? This one here, in the physical and in the planet of free will, is one of the hardest ones to work out or to evolve in or with or through. Most other beings don't come in these bodies too often. Okay? They don't, because it's such a low vibration of energy when you come in, whether you incarnate or whether you walk in, as I am a walk-in. You still are in a physical, low, very low vibrations of energy, which this is not physical as your mind tell you it is. It's a hard hologram, and you ran by the computer called AI. And as the computer is in operation, as you would look at it inside as a motherboard, and you see all the things that operates in there, then that would be you as part of that computer as the main keys, okay, and that have all the information that you need that the computer feeds off of, which is like the motherboard, right? I don't know a lot about computers, but those are the things that I do know. And then you got your software, and you got your hardware, and all these different things where your hardware is who you would be as a hard hologram, and then inside of conscious, subconscious, such as such, is more, would be more in the software area. I would gather, especially the subconscious more so, because the subconscious is it's like a program itself. It has its own program, and in the time of evolving, which is what you're doing now, you have to deprogram the subconscious in more a positive way versus of the negative that it has been programmed in by the malevolent beings, and now we are changing into the benevolent beings, okay? Benevolent, malevolent. Malevolent was the masculine energy dominating in every way of its own world of creation and chaotic minds, because the way it works is that, as I said before, you are just one thought, or one conscious, spoken forth. And as you come forth in the source conscious of yourself, or itself, the source, you begin to evolve from the very beginning. And as you have evolved in this time of this universe, and then these time, and you live many lives there. And then you come in another one, you live 500 lives, 600 lives, who knows? And now we're down to this, to basically, if you look at it as a whole, as a God whole, you're in the ass. So now we're in the ass of the source conscious. Not by source's choice, or source's way to have you to evolve, but by the reason of being hijacked out of the whole conscious of yourself, of the whole of source energy in fullness, capacity of itself, so that you could evolve in as much as the source that you could take in. But once you was hijacked, part of source was blocked off, cut off from you and by your DNA, and then you was left to just be programmed to be in a reality of believing that you were um, bringing forth your own created life, and as a co-creator, and believing that you were making whatever happened in your life become your source energy of your own created world and ever evolving, but you wasn't evolving in your fullness of yourself. You was only evolving in areas that was very low um, living and thinking, okay? Oh, it took me a lot to get that out to you because I'm talking to so many different minds. And so the chakras, as I said, has to be balanced in you, because when you first incarnate into the body, those chakras is already in the body, and you, in your energy, conscious lock into the body as a vehicle, and it motorizes you around. But there's experiences in those chakras that each being that comes in must take at certain stages of life. You must experience those experiences in order to be brought forth into the dark conscious of source, which was just as like you were more like in the space of dark matter, put it like that, and so in order for you to evolve in the conscious of source, because you had light information, which is what light is, and then you had dark information, which was lack of information. So darkness was lacking what you needed to evolve, okay? So when you lock into the chakra, it had the information in there of the experience that you need to take in order to evolve in the light consciousness of yourself by feeding the information, in, receiving it, and then taking the experience to it as you grew up from a baby. Certain things you were supposed to interact with and develop in, called evolving, but evolving in. And you were supposed to go through long life time in order to get these experiences completed, where you don't ever have to do them again, and where you will be satisfied and source is satisfied and everything is complete, and you can breathe now because you've done your part. I would say it like you've done your part. You've done your duty. That's what was your duty to do. So and now you move from one stage and then you go to another stage. Every 7 years you went to a growth spirit, a growth stage. But when you were hijacked, you began to repeat stages that you had already done, not realizing that you had done those stages, whether they was good or bad, because they're on the same coin. They both are pretty much the same thing. It's in the perception of what you see that is good and what I see that is good and what you see that is bad and what I see that is bad. It's in the perception, okay? But basically they're not separated because they're the same. Okay, it's all on how the perception see it. And so the root chakra had a certain um, amount of experiences, a certain number of experiences, a certain ways of experiences that you were supposed to live through, uh, take on, and evolve into a greater you as your you that you are in here, your you. And if you were hijacked ahead of time, which would have been before you came in, your parents, and then their parents, and so forth and so on, keep going back. Well, each time from the moment you had been hijacked from the very beginning, when it happened, which was on this timeline, it would have been during the time of the Atlanteans, if you've heard of them, okay, and the Lemurians. So during that time, you was hijacked, okay, and I know you were hijacked before that too, but let's just stay here. And so you were hijacked by other malevolent beings that was evolving only in chaotic thoughts, okay? They was ones who loved the energy of it, of the chaotic thoughts. We all live off of energy of source. It depends on what you're made of and what energy that you need to fuel your vessel. Okay? So, in those growth stages, those chakras had information in them that you needed to have in order to move into the growth spurts of yourself and developing in those energies that you needed to develop in, or in those stages. But when you were hijacked and you were locked down in your conscious energy of source, I want to see how it operates, because it's your DNA, okay? It's your DNA, but your DNA is your conscious, okay? It's like all the thoughts that you made of, because you are a hologram of your own true self brought into a computer to evolve back into the wholeness of yourself because of the falling time. So as you were shut down in the DNA, you were not using the full capacity of your thoughts. Okay, you was shut away from the information coming in because you were shut off from source, so you couldn't receive any more information or any information that was needed for you to develop in or to evolve through in. Okay, and so you only had like so much of conscious working where you could just get up, take care of yourself, and go to work, be a slave, and just keep giving out your energy at all times where you was never feel. And as long as you never feel, you're going to be turned something way different than what you are, because you're not feel within yourself. So you only feel you have is feeling from others who are not feel within, and their energies is being given out, and then the only way you were receiving anything was from what had been created in chaos energy. And that's why everything is so chaotic, or has been. Okay, let me do some workout, because this is like, oh my gosh. Because I realize when I'm speaking with unawakened minds, my thoughts have to be in an energy to a point to where I am able to speak to you in your own language. Okay? That's not easy for me. Okay, so let me get some drink and play some music and we relax some more, okay? You can relax and get up and do something. I don't care what you do, just get up. Because we all are energy and you all are electrifying. You have everything about you is electrifying. So if you don't move it, because your created way is that you have been brought forth is through sound and vibrations, okay? Movement rather, and sound. So you must always be moving and yet filling with the sounds of vibrations. I guess I could put it like that. Have the feelings of happy, sad, whatever. Okay, you decide. Happy is better because vibrations go up. Whether you have a sad situation going on, it's better not to be in the sad vibration. It's better to be in the higher, happy vibration. And it's okay to grieve. It's okay to be sad and all that if it happens. It's not, but don't stay there because then you are feeding low vibrated energies that feeds off of that. And then you have the higher that feeds off the higher, but the higher is for the whole. It's for, these are for the self, energy of self, always self, okay? It's never about you, but it's about them. Or it's never about you, it's about me. Never about me, it's about you. And you always you, and okay? So let's do some workout because I am so implied to bring this to you and to put it where you can hear it and see it and be able to receive it all at the same time before I just give up. I won't give up because I'm not that type of person. I will bring it to you in every way that I can bring it to you until I put it, the needle in the ball, the needle into the ball and bust it, okay? And the balloon, whatever you want to call it, and let the air out. So then you can receive fresh air, okay? All right. So those chakras is very important that you learn about them as I put them online so you can even know that you got chakras because most of you don't. You don't know a lot of things that you need to know in order to take this journey. What is happening here is creation is done, allowing the malevolent to put his energy in this way of being chaotic and bringing it into other beings' worlds and causing chaos all over the world. So Source has finished with this particular creation, more so because of what had happened in the past. So Source has made a decision consciously that it will change the whole way of being in this physicality of evolving, okay? So Source is reversing its energy back into the whole and then going to bring forth a whole nother different way of reality of the physical being that you are. You won't look the same ever as you do today. And your body won't be as low vibrating or as solid as it is. It'll be more crystalline, completely crystalline, not nowhere like this. Okay? So let's do some music, yes. Oh, I need it bad. Oh, my. Okay, so we're gonna do some music because you need to get up and move your body and work out some because um, it's the way it's the only way that the evolving will be done, um, the best way and the most plausible way and the fastest way and pretty much the only way that you can evolve into the created creature that you're going to become, because you have to. It's done in your conscious, and so even though Source is orchestrating everything, you still have a part that you play into that orchestration of playing the music with the strings, right? So you know you still have to bring the tune in, the sound and everything as Source play. So okay. I'm so glad you do. And listen to my videos. Listen to all the videos, okay? I'm gonna ask a step. All by myself. All by myself. I haven't been up and worked out, which I know was a no-no, okay? And I'm telling you, okay? That's why I'm telling you, because I know what it does to you when you don't move it and you sit around and don't do anything with it. Not good. Trust me, I know. Because what we're doing here has never happened before. This is a whole new thing on the energy planet. So because you're taking the body with you on this trip, okay? So your conscious has to raise, and then it has to raise the body. And so, with that said, it has never happened before. And mind you, this body to make a transformation from out of the energy that has been stuck in for a long time, forever. Oh, honey. And the body has a mind of its own. And the mind has a mind of its own. You have like three to four bodies here that you're working with. It's the physical one, which is the heart hologram, is the hardest one to raise the vibrations on, because it's very, very dense, and it's what it's made from. The base in it, this base energy is called, and it's not. It vibrates very, very low. Okay, when it's vibrations of itself. So, but as you raise it, then it begins to move in a higher energy, where it transforms itself into a light energy, which is crystalline. Okay, it becomes real light. So it's not so. Don't want to get up and move. Laid back. Sitting down all the time, lazy. Don't want to. No. It wants to move. Because it becomes more light and more free. Okay, free. Yeah, because what you take in your life cycles, emotional experiences, and all the things that have an effect on us, it stores its energy inside of this hologram body, which is electrifying, and the thoughts is electrifying, and they store it. It gets stored inside of here, and it causes your body to be in the states of emotions or feelings that wherever you have intertwined with, as far as thoughts, as far as energy thoughts, which is what they are. And so whatever energy you have intertwined yourself with and allowed your life to be calm of that, source energy, or what was it, heavy, dark energy, whatever it was, it's stored inside. And in order to free yourself from that energy, you must raise the conscious and then raise the energy of the body so that it's vibrating higher. And so that means, like a rocket wants to take off and it's got a drag, it can't, it holds the rocket back. It can't, it's harder to get the latitude or attitude, whatever it is, that it has to take on, because the drag is too much of a drag on the back of it. So you got to take the drag off. Okay? So heaviness is like a drag. Heavy thoughts, heavy energy, heavy everything. And anything you focus on and your thinking or your mind and in this material world, and as you gravitate toward it, that's all low, very low energy. It does not apply in your spiritual life, except that your spirituality, your spiritual mind, or your spiritual being must take on the conscious of Source first and become in high mind, high thoughts, high energy, and then this heavy, low vibrating energy thoughts of anything that's in material, whatever, it is allowed to come with or come in, because the conscious is higher. And when the conscious is higher, it will receive only that matches its vibrations, okay? That where it needs to come in at. That does not match its vibrations, it won't allow it in there, okay? So that's light, because light is information, and darkness is lack of information. So just keep that in mind. Always remember that. So you need information in order to free your life from from lack of information, from anything life that you have lived, because where you at is where you at until you change that. And only way you can change it is you have to have the information to change it, okay? So, and if you only change it in this energy, then you only change it in this. You do not justify your source of your source self energy of who you are any better, any greater. You're not giving back to you as your whole self, as your whole me, because you don't even know that you're not separated. And in a lot of ways you don't, because you've been programmed to think that you were supposed to, get up your church time, your days of church, and you go and you as long as you go and praise the Lord or praise the God or whatever, you'll be blessed and all your energy will come back to you. Well, no, that is a spell and it's a program. Okay, it's not. It's a lie. Okay, plain and simple. You're the only God that you need to praise, because there is none. Because Source don't need praise, because Source is everything. So why do it need praises? Really? Does it need you to praise it when you are all it? No. But because in whole and of a collectiveness of every one of us is working together to bring forth this miraculous creation of Source, and to evolve in every way that we want to allow Source to come forth in us and evolve itself, we give uh, gratitude to Source for permitted, uh, permitting you to have an opportunity to take in the energy that you need to evolve, and that you are bringing forth um, a higher you, or greater you, or more fitting you, that more fits with the energy source is what you are. So you don't need to praise Source. You just are more grateful in every way for what Source has allowed you to become of its own source energy, and in any way that you decide to become of its source energy. It's your choice. But now if you went and used source energy in dark thoughts, and you only shaped yourself in that way, you won't have much gratitude over there, because there's only certain thoughts that operates in that. And one is not gratitude, okay? Oh my. So let's do some workout. And maybe I can give you some more and help you to see it where I'm bringing it to you at. I have a very hard time. I'm getting it, and I will get it. I have been out of the computer for a while. So I'm coming back because I have a call to break forth me as Source, and to be here as who I am, in the mix of everything, in the mix of everyone, being just as you are, to evolve and a higher conscious of who I am back to me. My way of bringing myself in through this creation and this time and this source, or this way, for we all was needed on this timeline in order to get the conscious broken free from enslavement. So we all volunteered to come through in a time where we can collectively put enough vibrations of love, of the unconditional love, to break out the dark forces, thoughts from holding you back. So this is why I'm here. And I don't want to come back. No, not in this kind. Although I'm aware that it's changing, and things are going to change completely, but it's going to be a long time over timelines. Except that 3D, only those who are not ready to come away from such low vibrating energy, because your conscious won't allow you to, because you just won't wake up. Your energy won't give you the awareness of knowing what is and what isn't. And so you would have to just stay where you're at and live, and then sort of let you go around the cycle a few times more, and whatever long it takes you, and then you'll finally come free. And then eventually 3D will just be gone away completely. No more energy will be giving in that dimension, okay? Well, we'll have a 4D, but that's a school where we're at now. We're like in school, okay? And you're learning how to evolve and how to be a creator, co-creator, and all the things that go with this evolving, okay, in this time. Okay, let's play some music, please. Let me see if I get something different, because I need to pick it up here. No. Let's see what I mean. talking about energy here on this side, because this is the injured side of the body, and when I don't work it out, because my like I say, my conscious has to raise the vibrations on here, and I don't know what this one here. I'm gonna have to. So when my energy don't work out because of this side has been injured, and I am raising the vibrations to heal it, because I'm healing it myself, okay? Because of my conscious, until they bring us some extra medical equipment that we're really supposed to be receiving here on this planet, that will heal our bodies and raise the vibration and your mind and everything, because a lot of things has happened to you. So yeah, so I'm thinking I might take this one off, because I haven't worked out on, and I don't even know when. It's been a while, because I've had so much that I've had to take in and absorb in such a short amount of time. It has been, a lot. And then when I first walked in, there was things in the body that I've had to release from this body and get freed up from, detrimental things that was lacking still inside of the body, and that it carries, and I can't raise the conscience of it if it still have weights in it. So I had to release those weights, and it's been a time, but my place to get back into the videos and get back into the groove of things and move my body like I need to be doing every day, and I'm supposed to be doing it, and I'm going to do it, is because it's part of my journey that I am taking here, and this is part of it. So I'm back on track, and I'm going to continue to stay here, because I need to put the place that's not serving me and my highest good to rest. Okay, whatever that may be, emotion or whatever. Whatever it is, it needs to go to rest. It needs to maybe tie a chain around it, lock it, and then put it down in the bottom of the Black Sea, and that's where it will remain. Because whatever that is and can be that will hold you back from going forth or going up, it will. Because it is energy of something feeding of itself. What wants the low energy, and is when it's still there and able to feed off of it, it will put things there so that it can get what it wants. I maybe explain it to you good enough, but that's because nothing is operating of itself. Everything is operating off of something of the source, okay? And like we eat the vegetables and things to get energy, well, those malevolent, chaotic mind beings eat your energy of low vibrations, whatever it is, sad, unhappy, grieve, grumpy, angry, you name it. Whatever is in the low, that's what they want. And if they can put you in there and keep you there, then they will, okay? Yes, so let's play something. And get back on track, okay? Because that's where I want to be. That's where I'm going. I have to. This is my place to take my star and be what I have come in here to be. And what am that? What is that? A conqueror. Yes, of the light. Exactly. Putting the dark out of the way, where it does not function, though it's there, but it does not have energy feeding into it. Okay, so yes. Um, let's see what I can come up with here so that I can move into something get me moving here, right? I should I, I should I gotta remember. I'm working on remember on what I created here to do off of this one here. And you talking about moving still? Oh my God, that side move. See, because I haven't worked it out, so I have to get it loose. And here's what happens with here's what happens with this body is that as long as this injury on here has not completed release the block energy, because you're not injured. There's no such thing. Its energy has been stagnated, blocked, jammed, whatever way you want to say of it. Can it be contaminated? I think so. Yeah, see, I have to remember. But it has been blocked, or can it be infectious, or contaminated? Possibly. Okay, because I think you can do that with real. Well, this is real too, but electricity coming through, your wires and things. I think that electricity can be contaminated and infectious, where it's called rotten electric or something like that. Okay, so like with diseases and things like that, those are more come from the parasites that we have been living in our bodies, from foods and things that they have given us, okay, and everything that's been fed to you since you've been here has been dealt in a poisonous way of keeping you from being in full capacity of thoughts and energy of yourself, so that you would bring forth the way of created energy, where it is evolved in a higher mind, or higher created conscious, or where you are actually creating something that is of value and of great value, but only not just for your life of a material world, but your life of a spiritual world that gives you the greater of all lives. Okay? So that conscious breaks you free from all poisons of any thing or any way that has contaminated your thoughts or your way, okay, which have been your thoughts, okay, and your feelings and emotions and all that thing. So, yeah, okay. So let me see, can I do this one? Because I'm telling you, I got to turn the video off. I'm rusty. Yeah. See, I gotta remember. See how I lose the song. I think I'm gonna have to stop the video and and get my everything back in here because I've been out for so long, bringing um see when you're creating, you master at it. You don't just create, you master at being a creator or a co-creator, which is what you are. So you master being a co-creator. And so if you manage to put your energy into a creation or something that you call, that you want to bring forth in the energy of source as your creation, because you have that will power to do so, the will and the power, and all you need is to bring the thoughts in, the information that you need to create it. And once you put the energy there and you begin to manifest what you have created, even though what I'm creating pretty much is a whole that is something fit for everyone. So I see it in my vision, and it's in my eyesight, and it's in my fifth dimension already. But I'm have to bring it into my materialized 3D dimension here in order to enjoy it in this life where I'm at. And then the two that I brought forth it in the fifth dimension, in my higher heaven conscious, I can bring them two together, and then we float off into the sunset, and we enjoy that I have created in both physicality and spirituality. So once you know where you at, and you know you got your stamp on your creation, you're done. Green light. You don't stop. You go on to another creation of whatever it is you want. And my whole world pertains to peace, harmony, love, unconditioned, and every way of happiness that anyone want to have in their life. That is my whole of what I am bringing forth. But inside of that, there's things that I must incorporate in order to make it an empire, a planet or whatever, in order to take it into higher dimensions where I am going. And then I take my creation with me in there. So as I go into higher, I lose energy that is too heavy and too dark to go into those other dimensions. So, and as long as it involves in my creation. So in order to bring peace in every way, I have to dismantle other thoughts that tugs against peace, or that doesn't weep peace but weep chaos or any other outside of peace. So that's my place, is to disconnect those thoughts, and in my energy there's a way that I have to disconnect them in order to keep me safe and them safe as well. That's the best way I can bring it to you. I'm sure you probably you may not even understand that or receive that, but that's how it works. Because when I'm talking computerized in a lot of ways, in a higher conscious in a lot of ways, but I bring it down as low as I can to get you to hear it and receive it. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video and let me practice on my energy here, because this, as I said, when I am not exercising this, especially this side, I am not giving the body any greater justice, because then it does not, it doesn't raise the vibrations any higher. It stays where it's at. So that it has electricity coming through it, which is the electronic, the music. My body has to match that in order to release what's stagnated, and then so friction has to come together in friction with each other, and then it gets it from being so dense. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to work out, and then I'm come back. I don't know what I'm gonna, if I'm gonna bring some more information to you about the chakras. I don't know, but there's several things I want to give to you that I need to break them down real fine so you can receive it. So in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe if this is my first time coming to my channel. I really appreciate you. I am honored and grateful that you took out some time to listen to me, those that did. And I hope you hear the video all the way through, whatever video it is, no matter what. Go and listen to more videos. I have plenty more things. I speak about so much, and eventually I tie it all in, but it's like source. It's everywhere, and it is. And you have to gather it and put it into, the way it's supposed to go, all right? Like my video and share it if you would. And hit the bell, because if you don't, the video won't move around YouTube. I don't know. It's where they have it. Yet, at the same time, if you have the heart to donate, please donate. Because I don't just, if anyone ever donates to me, it's not for me per se. It's more for me and those that help me put in energy in here, and then plus I still have the little orphanage of Africa that I look after too. So, okay, all right, I love you guys very much. Namaste.